Hey guys, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. My name is Veio, and today we're going to have a look at ion drives. So the ion drives are on the utility page, and these little buggers here, tiny little engines. They only produce about 0.5 thrust, but they have ridiculous efficiency. You can see it there, the ISP at sea level and a vacuum is 1,200, which is huge. So that's the specific impulse, and compare that to say some of the other engines. So the next most efficient is probably the nuclear engines, I guess. Yeah, they'd be the nuclear engines for 800. So you can see how much more efficient these engines are. But they only produce 0.5 thrust, which is not a lot, to be honest. And when you consider the fact that you need to include a fuel tank, okay, so you don't necessarily have to have a fuel tank for every single engine, but the fuel tank alone, you know, is 0.12, and then you need to include some kind of power because these things are electrical, and they use 12 electric charge per second, that is. So you're more than likely going to need one of these, the extendable ones. They produce more than you need, so that there is, you know, a niche, so you can get a certain amount. You can get one for free for every, you know, 6 solar panels. You can get an extra one or whatever it is. I can't remember to do maths, but it still means that you have to cover your thing in solar panels, and of course when you're not pointing in the right direction you won't be able to get any power and you won't be able to get any thrust. So to demonstrate these things, I have, if I can get rid of this, built one of these. I haven't calculated at all anything. I've literally just reproduced the same thing. So every single arm has some fuel, an ion engine, a solar panel, and then some RCS fuel, and then this is the central core with some Kerbals in it. So we're going to launch this up into orbit and then see what we can do. So I'll see you guys in a sec in orbit. Hey guys, so there it is in all of its splendor. Ion engine powered rocket. He's up. I've got him facing the sun so that he's getting full power. Each one of these is currently got 88 exposure. Oh, that one's got even higher, 91. Perfect exposure, perfect angle, single one. It's perfectly aligned with the sun. But the problem is we want to go over here to the moon, which means that we're not going to have perfect exposure. So let us rotate round and figure out where we need to be, because I'm not really sure. Ah, no, and I've got myself into a roll. Great. So rotate round and up, 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 left, right, down a bit, left a bit, right a bit, and stop. Okay, so that's where we want to be, and lock that in. So now we don't get perfect exposure. 14. Yes, that's got none. That's still got perfect, apparently. Apparently that's still got full exposure. Not sure how. That has none. 7. You can see that we're probably operating on around half power now. And again, as I said before, this is one of the problems with ion engines, is that unless you have direct line of sight with the sun, your solar panels stop working. You can use nuclear engines, but they weigh quite a lot. So generally you normally have to use solar power. So I've put in a maneuver node, as you can see, so let's see how long this is going to take. Oh, I'm not actually in the right place, so I should probably turn that one off. You warp round to the right position. Speed up. Go round. To the right point. Somewhere around there. Let's have a look. Look at that. Almost. The thing with ion engines is you don't actually have to be that precise, because there's not much point. So what am I having to operate at? It's not even half power. Whoop. Try and get as much throttle out of it as I can. Is that about there? Yeah, I think that's about all I'm going to get out of it. It's like a third power at the moment. And this is going to take 38 minutes. And herein lies the problem with ion engines. That tiny amount of thrust takes absolutely ages to use. Let's try and bring this number down. But of course, one of the other things is that this takes so long to do that I'm not going to be in the right place for my maneuver. So after a while I'm going to be out of position and I won't be able to actually do my maneuver anymore. It's flashing red. So it still says it's going to take 33 minutes. I don't actually know how much faster it's going. You can see the orbital very slowly going up. My apoapis is, my periapis is very, very, very slowly going up. That's another thing, I'm on the wrong side. Should really be going that way, but the moon's in the wrong place, so I didn't do that. Silly me. But I'm now nowhere near where I'm supposed to be, and I've still got quite a long way to go. So yeah, this is the problem with ion engines. So I'm going to see how long I can run this for until I get bored, and I shall see you guys in a second. Hey guys, so I managed to get myself into the sphere of influence of the moon, whichever way around. So my alignment didn't quite work the first time around. It took so long to get out this orbital distance. I had to, you can only do burns on the side of the orbit when you're facing towards the sun, so you can only do burns on this side, so you have to turn it off and go back round and take it off and go back round, and you just have to build each turn around you go round. And then eventually, once you get out to the right orbit size, which is about, once you get to an orbit of about, 9.5 million kilometers, 9.5 million meters, you can just speed the time up and wait until the moon comes close to you, and it will pull you out. So that's what's happened here. That's why I'm not on actually, the orbit size around Kerbin isn't far enough, but I'm close enough that it pulls me into its sphere of influence. And you actually get a little kick. If you keep doing that, you'll get a kick and you'll get a section of orbit for free. And with ion engines you need everything that you can get for free, so I've used up a ton of fuel, but we are here. The only thing is though, I'm very unlikely to be able to actually get into orbit around Mun from this distance. But there it is. Big ball of black. So let's just have a look and see what it would take to get us into orbit. 10 minutes. I have, what's that, 3:20. So in 3 hours, so no, that said 10 minutes a second ago. It's changed. Let's try this again. So let's try something like that. Oh no, it's 10 minutes. I'm misreading. Okay, so 10 minutes. I should be able to do this then. This should be doable. I should be able to get into orbit around the Mun using just ion engines. I think if you keep doing this build-up method, you can use the moon to slingshot. English is hard. Slingshot you into orbit, and then you can use that to get yourself out to somewhere like Eve. Maybe Duna, but Eve is definitely doable. So that's where we want to be, but we need to speed up. Let's speed up carefully. A bit faster than that. "30 seconds, 20 seconds, right, that'll be fine." And then we just speed this up. Whoop, whoop. Okay. That should be maintainable, so let's speed up the physics. And I shall let that burn, and I shall hopefully See you guys in a sec, and we shall be in orbit, lunar orbit around the Mun. See you guys in a sec. So there you have it, guys. We are actually in lunar orbit around the Mun. I've got to be honest, that took fucking ages. Absolutely, literally it's taken me 3 hours or something like that just to do a simple getting to the Mun mission. Madness. Absolute madness. Not Sparta, just madness. I've got considerably, a considerable amount of fuel left, but then when you think about the percentage of fuel that I came out with, really it's taken the same amount of fuel as it would do to use a normal rocket engines. And what have I managed to get here? Just a hatch. Nothing else is really that useful, it's just a hatch. So yeah, that's what you can do in space with ion engines. They're quite useful for kind of emergencies. If you put one of these on like the last stage of your vessel, if you get yourself stuck in anything, you can use it just to get yourself to the nearest planet if you happen to be near something, and also that kind of situation, rather than using RCS. But let's show something slightly more interesting. Let's kill the engines on that and slow down physics. Let's see if I can show you something slightly more interesting. If we go into here and we load ion plane. Yes, it is what it sounds like. It is a plane powered by ion engines and a absolute metric ton of solar panels. These are the, where are they? These ones, these solar panels, so you have to use quite a lot of them. And there's a couple of nuclear engines on the front just because I ran out of room and I wanted a little bit more power. This can almost run at full throttle, not quite. Right, let's see if I can launch it. This thing is very finely balanced, so launching it at times can be delicate. But it will launch. So I'm going to try and do this. We obviously need it to be midday, so let's speed up the old time. Come on, Mr. Sun. Get your ass up there. Ooh, it's like something like that. Perfect. So we've all got efficiency of 1. Yep. So, turn everything up. Full power. You see, I can't quite have it at 100. I have to have it like that. Oh, maybe not even that. I should be able to have it a little bit more than that. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Go. Go, 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 go. What's interesting though is this many solar panels, they still count as individual objects, so I still get a massive amount of lag. I did have a bigger one of this that went all the way out and had a couple more engines on it, but for the lag it was basically unplayable. So this should take off at just above 50 meters per second, I think it is. So let's see. Come on. Let's go, 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 go. There he is. Let's just bring the trim up. Ooh, yeah. Go up, go up. Go on. Yeah, it will. It's just being a little bit of a pain. Nope, steady out, steady, steady. I have no idea what that was. Something just went in the water. Does that count? Is that up? Looks pretty stationary. It's climbing. Don't know what the speed is doing. Let's bring the gear in. Speed is dropping though. Why is the speed dropping? Why is the speed dropping? You didn't do this last time. Speed up. And there you go. That's it. Speed's coming down, but hopefully we should recover. Yeah! There you go. A plane powered by ion drives. Woo! Let's just get the trim up a little bit more. There you go. It's just a fine balance between the two. It's very, very fine. Just tweak it a little bit. And just tweaks. I mean, you can do this all day, to be honest. Oop. Is that right? That looks pretty good if you look at the horizon. It is going down slightly though. Let's get it one more up. Going up. Speed's still going down. You can do this all day, to be honest. Absolutely all day. There we go. But now the question is, can we get it back round to land? Let's give it a go. Which way round do we go? Where is it? It's over that way, so we need to go this way. So you have to kind of, you can't really bank. You have to kind of yawl round and do it in sections and stages. Because of course if you bank too hard, you lose the sun. Every little bit that I do, I lose the sun. You get a slight angle onto the sun. Turn. Maybe I should have started this procedure earlier if I was thinking of doing it. I've absolutely covered this thing in solar panels. Now, I should probably point out, I've never actually landed this, despite the fact that it goes so slow. But I have faith that I will be able to do it on camera. Maybe. Landing has never been my strong point. If you've actually watched any of the series, you are well aware of the fact that I generally don't land things so much as crash spectacularly. Oh, we're losing one engine. Come back. Come back. That's better. I've turned round, but I'm still not anywhere near aligned with this runway. That is the remains of an earlier, the original attempt, where I didn't quite have enough speed coming off, and it didn't take off properly. So you see, I am climbing. This is something is going into the air, so you would just leave this, and it would slowly build up altitude. No idea what the range would be on this thing. It would be impressive, to be honest. It's only got a single fuel tank compared to the spaceship that I showed earlier, but I mean it might be able to make it over to the secret island, which is it that way? I don't know. It's one way, one of them. It's fine. Right, so let's bring this into land. Very, very slowly. Can I speed physics up? Whoa, that's a bad idea. Whoa. This is not a very good ship to do that. It's so balanced and twitchy. It's like balancing a pin on a upright on a table. Right, it's coming round. Look at that, it's just going to align itself. Come on. Just align, a little bit more. Nearly. Alright, coming in for a final approach. Bring the power down a little bit. Put the gear down. Rock the ship from left to right, because, you know, that's an acceptable thing to do. Are we losing altitude? No, we need to lose altitude. We need less power. Why am I gaining altitude? Where's the trim? Let's reset the trim and do this manually. Oh, I should not have reset the trim so early. Oh shit. I should not have reset the trim. Well, it took off, and that was the important thing. Landing is not my strong point. I'm just going to reiterate that. Landing is not my strong point. It's fine, look, I have another one here. Damn it, I didn't quick save. Well, that was iron engines. I think the overall agreement with iron engines is that they're incredibly efficient in some ways, but the thrust is so low that the efficiency ends up cancelling out, and you might as well have used proper engines in the first place, to be honest with you. I mean, I could have done the entire flight using something slightly more... let's use my first plane as the example that I normally use. Launch. The flight, they're just a pain. They just take so long to use. I mean, the reason that they use them for actual space missions is that they could do other things. You can't do that on here because you've only got so much time acceleration that you can do. I mean, my computer goes red, so let's get a bit more lift off of it. Look at that. Perfect. So there's only so much time acceleration that you can do, and I mean, they're entertaining, but I don't know. Anyway, I have been Veio. This has been Kerbal Space Program, and we've been talking about iron engines. I hope you found it at least vaguely informative. Please feel free to leave any comments and suggestions. They are very much appreciated. I seem to be rolling up into the air, so we shall correct that. Yes, like if you like, subscribe if you wish to see more, and I shall see you guys next time.